Alright, welcome to Tribulation 515, 2011. Today is December 14th, 2012. Out here in San Jose, it's 40 degrees, it's overcast, it's kind of cold, it's really cold. I want to welcome any new viewers to the Tribulation. My personal witness and testimony to the tribulation that is unfolding right in front of my very eyes. And if your eyes have just been opened, or if you've been led to this channel and they're being opened as we speak, well, hey, God bless you, man, because you're no longer living inside of your own bubble-ized existence. You've taken a step back. You can now see the smoke through the trees. And there can be no doubt. The tribulation has begun. It's been going for quite a long time. In fact, we're at day 589. And you know, the world continues to spiral downwards into chaos. But what I would tell you, because we're going to go through a couple of different things. I'm going to try and keep this one short. And I will apologize to all my viewers because my audio has been kind of messed up my last couple of videos here on Tribulation and over at Operation End Times. But, I'm going to try and make sure I do a sound check. I use a stereo microphone, so I did a sound check, so hopefully today sound is okay. But, I've been telling y'all, like, as far as the tribulation, we were shifted into high gear. We're like on the roller coaster, getting ready to go down, over the cliff, over the edge in December. And, it's pretty much been happening. We experienced 12-12-12-12-12 just 2 days ago. And I swear I woke up at 12 minutes past 12 midnight. Or actually, no, at 12:21. Because maybe that's pointing to, because that's the other big date, 12:21. But I swear I woke up and I thought there was like an earthquake happening. And I thought I felt it twice. But you know what? Just yesterday, or this morning, there were 2 earthquakes down in Baja, California, a 6.1 and a 6.3. And I just read an article. They found that there's a volcano just south of Baja, like this weird sideways volcano. And, volcanoes are going off everywhere around the world. And I just read another article which says, it's only a matter of time because the Earth, every 200 to 500 years, a supervolcano goes off. And that's fact, folks. And, we had the Venus crossing back on 6/6. And about 5 to 6 months after that, there's been a catastrophic event like a volcano or an earthquake. So, here we are, December 14th. We're 1 week away from the apocalypse as predicted by the Mayans. And, I want to just take a minute and wish everybody a Merry Apocalypse. I hope you're having a happy apocalypse, 'Tis the season for the end of the world. Fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Oh, the world is going to end. La-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. I can tell you, my friends, no matter what happens in the next 7 days, I doubt very highly that the world is going to end. But that being said, things like earthquakes or storms, volcanoes, whatever. Like here in San Jose, when it gets cold, guess what? I put on a sweater, and nobody wants a bare cupboard, not even in good times. So you know what? If there's any way you can have extra rations and batteries and whatever and be prepared, there's nothing wrong with that. And so there's nothing wrong with surviving or wanting to survive. So, the 12th happened. There was an alignment with the moon at exactly 12 minutes past 12 midnight, on 12/12. And, here on the West Coast, they've been having the King's Tide, super high tides. And I was watching down in L.A., they got some flooding. And, that's what it's all about, my friends, the King, Jesus Christ, the King's River, His love, His blessings, flowing out. The King's Tide. hope rising in an otherwise dark world, my friends. Because that's the silver lining. But you know what? Here on Tribulation, we're kind of keeping an eye towards, trying to keep you updated to the dark clouds. And if you want the light, the sun, happy times, go over to Operation End Times. But, today we're just saying happy apocalypse, merry apocalypse, But on the 12th, we had this alignment, we got the King's Tide, we had a bunch of people going bonkers in the last couple of days. Some dude shooting at a mall, a 22-year-old guy, 22, I told you that number's out there, had everybody in the mall running in fear. Then some other crazy nutcase carved 12-12-12 into his 6-year-old son. But, that's kind of what's been happening. It's just bizarre, and actually dark, mass murders, shootings, whatever, just dark stuff. People going crazy. On Fox News, they had the union guys out there in Michigan because they made the right-to-work law. They had them beating the hell out of a Fox News reporter. So, no matter where you look, my friends, there's the opportunity to be drawn into the chaos and the dark side, and violence is never the answer. Never, ever, ever. Love is the answer. The dude in the mall was Jacob Tyler Roberts, and then the guy that carved his son was Brent Troy Bartell, so we know these guys by name. But, all sorts of occultic stuff, and even in the NFL, the guy shooting himself at Arrowhead Stadium, that was occultic. It was kind of pointing to Sagittarius, with the bow, and that's where we're getting that alignment on the 21st, is at the center of the galactic dark zone or whatever. But the world continues to be rocked. We are rushing headlong, full steam ahead. Our glorious president, God bless him, Nobel Peace Prize winner, first black president, Barack Obama, re-elected into office, which shows you the will of the people is sometimes, kind of questionable. And, I'm going to just, I don't want to get too diverted, but like me and my brother, if you've never seen it, go see the movie Idiocracy. It was made, I think, back in the early around 2000 or maybe in the late 1990s. But my friends, in that movie, it took 500 years for America to reach a level of stupidity where, drinking water from the toilet was, the main concern of the public. But America has become idiocracy. It really has, and that's why, voting, if everybody's an idiot, voting takes on less and less meaning. But anyway, it's on the news every single day. We are headed towards the fiscal cliff. They want us to go over it. They're going to tell us all the way to the bitter end. They don't, but they do. And I've been telling you that. So has there been any deal made? Well, of course not. And they're telling you, oh, don't worry. The deal will be made at 1 minute to midnight, or maybe 30 seconds before we hit the deadline on January 2nd. Don't worry, we'll make the deal, right? Like with seconds to spare, so don't worry. and that's one of those, irrational logical loops. Oxymoron, because they think we're all morons, which is, don't worry, it'll be all right. But they're doing nothing, and we're headed off a cliff, So the real reality is if you actually know what's going on, you're like going, oh, it's not going to be all right. But there's plenty of stupid people, watching, the boys at the Jersey Shore are gone. Now they got the rednecks over in Virginia, with Buck Wild. So you can always turn on Buck Wild or the Disney Channel or some sports, I put on sports. It's a big delusional bubble. You get caught up in the game, forget about everything else. But, we're heading over the fiscal cliff, and even this morning, in the news, they were saying that Bernanke, the Fed chair, is just printing money like there's no tomorrow. And why is he doing it? To finance the government, which is absolutely broke and $16 trillion in debt. So, as our beloved president tells us he's taking care of us. He's literally yanking the carpet out from underneath our feet. And then we got the fiscal cliff, and if they do nothing, which they're not going to do, you know, taxes are going up, all sorts of, the Disarm America Act goes into effect, and all sorts of other crazy stuff. And, you know, one way or another, 2013 is lining up to just be, you know, an apocalyptic looking year, you know. So, you know, the apocalypse on the 21st may be just the first piece of a snowball rolling downhill that keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. This morning, you know, what I think is probably most disturbing is the Middle East continues to be an absolutely, you know, a boiling pot. You know, a lot of people on YouTube were saying Obama's the Antichrist. You know, hey, maybe, I don't know, just God bless him. That's all I'm going to say. I pray for my president, you know. God, please open up Barack Obama's eyes and make him make the right decisions, you know, for this country. But, you know, a guy, you know, to me, pointing at people and saying, that's an Antichrist, but, you know, the dude to me that really looks like the Antichrist is Bashir Assad of Syria, you know, from his birth date, 9/11, to what his name means, you know, the messenger of the lion, or, you know, the messenger of the beast, you know, Wahash. And, you know, he's over there killing thousands and thousands and thousands of people. He's threatening to use chemical weapons. He's a stout fellow. He's taller than most people over there. He's 6'2". And, you know, he looked like he was kind of wounded. They were saying, oh, yeah, you know, even Obama was saying, oh, it's only a matter of days. He's out of there. Don't worry, he's gone. But I don't see him going nowhere. You know, I think he's getting stronger by the minute. You know, if you let evil fester, that's what happens. But the news this morning is, you know, our beloved president, Nobel Peace Prize winner, you know, who promised complete transparency when it comes to, like, foreign affairs and war, he's completely covert, you know, between predator drones that just kill people, you know, without any warning, to going into Pakistan and assassinating Osama bin Laden without getting Pakistan's permission. You know, this president, you know, from whatever he did in Libya, bombing people, or whatever we did, because it wasn't war, whatever it was, you know, that's how he operates. You know, he does whatever the heck he wants to do, and he doesn't tell us one darn thing. But the latest reports are, we got 3,000 troops going back into Iraq, because that's a complete mess, and they're going in via Kuwait. And we also are sending Patriot missiles to Turkey with 400 soldiers to put them along their border. So there is something forming right there in the Middle East. It's going down. And I guarantee you, no matter what it is that's going down, our beloved President Barack Obama, you know, is going to come to the mic, and he's going to say, you have nothing to worry about. There's nothing going on. You know, because that's his transparency. His transparency is to just be a complete veil of deception, you know, because pretty much everything out of his mouth is a lie, you know. I hate to say that, you know, because our American president, you know, George Washington couldn't tell a lie. At least that's what they say. But, you know, maybe that's all he did, too, was lie. You know, it's hard to say. You know, America, you know, I love this country, but, you know, my eyes have been open. You know, like, to think that there's no evil in this country is ridiculous. You know, from the pentagrams in Washington, D.C., to the Pentagon, to out here in San Jose where there's a Rosicrucian Museum. You know, there is evil everywhere. To the Denver airport, you know, where there's this satanic-looking horse, you know. But the list goes on and on and on and on and on. But you know, there's something brewing in the Middle East. And the Benghazi affair, there's a report coming out. Everything that's going on over there is smoke and mirrors and a mirage, and people are pushing buttons, and things are moving forward. So the 21st is 7 days away, my friends. No telling what's going to happen. You know, me personally, you know, if you're thinking on the supernatural level, you know, a lot of people, it's all about some kind of energy burst or solar flare, but it's also about some kind of rising of a spiritual awareness. Some people use the word evolution. I would use the word manifestation, you know, of both evil and or good, you know, and why or how that happens is the big mystery of the universe, you know. But the galactic clock has ticked down, you know. We're running out of time. 7 days left. But I would just strongly say, you know, be prepared, you know, being ready, you know, food, batteries, whatever, and most importantly of all, in your mind and in your heart. Be ready. You know, have love, 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 and don't be worrying about the world at all. You know, the phony money that's being printed, your 401k, your job, you know, all that stuff in the long run is a big old illusion, you know, and whether a lot happens or nothing happens on the 21st, who cares? What I'm telling you right now is still going to apply going into 2013, as all of us are put to the test of a lifetime, because we are living in the most amazing times, my friends. And I could just tell you one thing, you know, despite the spiraling of the world downwards into chaos, there is a motion going forward, the hand of God, which is to bring justice and righteousness and to correct, to bring balance to this world. And you know, there's a movement out there. You'll find it everywhere. Some people use the word New Age or whatever. But, you know, we live in a world of duality, you know, where there's double meanings and things are hidden in the shadows, whatever, you know. But, you know, even with the whole positivity, you know, there's like a duality where there's a lot of people saying love, 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 love. And that in and of itself is okay. But you'll see that within their bubble of what's going on, they will never, ever, ever bring up God, that they don't believe in God, and it's all about just humans being God. You know, we are gods, and you know, and we need, and they'll, but it sounds like a lovely message because it's still about let's all love one another, love one another. But I'm just going to tell you the truth. You know, that is a fake bubble. It's a delusion. It's a distortion field, because humans are not going to evolve to some level where there's no more darkness or love on their own, you know, if there is no God. Because we've already proven that we're just filled with darkness and we love killing each other. You know, but some would try and have you believe that we're going to somehow miraculously evolve forward. But the truth is there is a God, and God is love, and God does want to get rid of all the darkness and all the wickedness, and that may well happen. I believe it is going to happen. You know, that is the kingdom of God here on earth. But I believe, this is just me personally, the only way that mankind is going to step forward and be better is following God, you know. So take it for what it's worth, my friends. But either way, you know, having love in your heart is a good place to be, because I'll tell you, I believe all those people out there, the atheists, you know, the New Agers, if you got love in your heart, somewhere down there you're traveling the path towards truth. And God is love, so eventually you'll find him, you know. He'll make it happen. All right. Hey, hang in there. Hopefully my audio got back on track. It's Tribulation 515, 2011. This is December 14th. Stay thirsty, my friends, for the truth. Do something nice. You know, yesterday I went down to the park, and I couldn't believe it. I must have picked up 100 pounds of dog crap. And, you know, God put me to the test, because, you know, every step I took, there was another pile of dog doo-doo. And I know that's, like, you know, probably gross and sickening, but to me it was to the glory of God and helping Earth, because I just couldn't believe it. I used every dog bag I had and filled it with poop, and I don't know who these dog owners are. You know, I know the state isn't providing dog bags anymore. You know, we got to kind of scavenge for them. But man, you know, if dog owners don't care, so I'm reaching out to my fellow dog owners right now, is care, man. Pick up your dog poop. Otherwise, instead of hope rising, the dog poop rises. And you know what? If we get up to our noses in dog poop, it's not going to be pretty, my friends. But I did my part yesterday. So today, you know, despite it being overcast, you know, be a ray of sunshine. Go out there and either pick up a pile of poop or do something nice for somebody. Give some money to a homeless person, feed them. Just smile and say happy apocalypse to somebody, you know. Merry apocalypse. All right. Take care.